Okay, so we're not just simply talking about beasts that are of this age. We're talking about beasts that have been of every age that preceded this. Many of you know that some of the world's leaders or conquerors, I guess I would say, Alexander the Great, etc., that their names would translate back to the beast. Ronald Reagan. And there's all sorts of little things that go along with this. Like Ronald Wilson Reagan is 6 letters for the first, 6 for the middle, 6 for the last, 666. That's just one way of viewing it. But there's many different avenues to see how these different world leaders or conquerors of the past, they equate symbolically to this number 666. So in other words, they represent other beasts from the past that have had a major influence in swaying the direction of the world's youth towards this direction of the dark side. But in our age, it has become more increasingly evident as time has moved forward. Their power has grown, their numbers has grown, their appearance in the backdrop of the mainstream is more evident. Now people understand the symbol so they can see that they're really there all around us, and they have been. But people have never been fully able to understand the symbol before, so they didn't see it. So in this age where we are now, the modern age, as the Mayans would call this a world age, and we're at the ending of a world age, these guys have built up an incredible momentum to where now they have established themselves within all fields of academia, the institutions, entertainment, music industry, and the political force. And of course we know that they have come from the religious background, the most early mystery religion churches of the ancient past. Let's not ever confuse Jesus Christ with some sort of established church. He never held church within a building. His plan was always to commune outside in the open, which is absolutely 100% contrary to what people want you to believe, that he's associated with these temples made by the hands of man. Remember, Jesus Christ said that you were his temple that was created not by the hand of man, but by his spirit will alone. And that this was the place that God would dwell if you kept a clean house, if you sought to do the will of the Father, if you could muster the might to love him. And because you loved him, you realized that he loved all of us. So in loving him, and he loves everyone else, that you are now compelled through his love to find the love for your brothers also. So the Father resides in the temple in which he's created, and that would be mankind. That is the vessel in which the Father's Spirit moves between us, unites us, and even harmonizes our many differences. So these beasts have tried to destroy the connection that we have to the Father. They have tried every way imaginable to contort and cause in our minds the collective majority of us to begin to despise religion, masking all the while that they themselves are the creators of these religions, because religions themselves are politically motivated. What we would call the religious crusades or wars of the past are actually politically motivated, 100%. So they have tried to confuse in your mind that Jesus Christ is associated with this ancient, faulty religious movement in which they're trying to expose today with all of this pedophilia, all of this corruption from Tammy and Jim Baker, etc., etc., Jerry Falwell. They want you to believe that Jesus Christ is connected to them so that you find fault in him also. Well, he's not. He's absolutely separate. He's perfect. I'll be back.